Hey, buddy, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eat and Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome. We did have another video crossing 2,000 likes now, putting us 4 away from Sacred Heart Week happening. And also because we didn't do a greed run over the weekend, I just really felt like doing a greed run. So figure we switch it up here and lead off with a greed and run to start off the new week here, because obviously the new week starts on Monday and not Sunday. At least that's how it's always kind of been for me. I always start my new weeks off of the day that I would start a new workout. And that's always been Monday, because Sunday's made for football. And yeah. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Abe from Abe Froman-SKOC. Title of the thread was for an underwhelming performance in episode 377. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for Sinvicta's Biggest Doink Award. And the nominees are Dark Bum, E. Bizzle, Dark Bizzle, Dizzle Bum. And the award goes to Dark Bizzle. Yep. I love the memes that get special attention and lots of time and put into it. Thank you very much, Abe Froman, and everyone who upvoted that one. Let's hop on in, and oh boy. Well, yikes. Look, game, we started off different yesterday, okay? I'm not ready for a scam box and Curse the Unknown and greed and run. Victor Papa 62, Gok J. We got Acid Baby, and we've also got we got a Chaos card, I guess, but yeah, I don't know about this one, team, because obviously the biggest danger here is not knowing what our HP is. Now, that wouldn't be that much of a problem, and it isn't, given our stats. We have good movement speed, we have good tiers, we have good damage to start with anyway. But you just never know when the game is going to decide, especially on floor 1, when the game is going to decide to spawn a whole bunch of troll bombs on you. So you also got to be careful of champions and the sort. And as I always tell people, always play like you have 1/2 heart, and that is it. Play like you just have no HP in these situations until you can identify how much HP you've currently got. That's basically all you can do. So we got to play lights out here at the start of this greed and run. And obviously, we're going to be looking to try to get rid of the scam box as soon as possible. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say scam box, I mean the alabaster box, which is going to prevent us from taking soul hearts at any point while we still have it as our active item, or we fill it up all the way and then we get a guaranteed angel deal item. But it's that something like that is, in my opinion, it is. The alabaster box is bad, full stop. It is bad, bad, bad. The only way that I would make improvements to it would be to allow us to use it multiple times, and not be a one-time use. It is a one-time use only. For the amount of HP that it takes 6 full soul hearts to charge, okay? And on top of that, it's a one-time use. So, yeah, there's no love here for the scam box. That being said, there's no love for this shop either. Let's see what's inside of our item room. Okay. Oh, mama. All right. Well, we've had a little change of fortune here. We end up getting Cricket's Head, which is one of the best damage upgrades in the entire game. It also has a very nice and tasty damage multiplier. Ooh, that was close. So things are looking up here, but again, we're going to have to rely upon just good gameplay, and on top of that, are very decent starting stats here. What's happening? Oh, it's just another Blighted Ovum. Blighted Ovum, let's try that again. Blighted Ovum is surprisingly dangerous in greed mode if you don't have the movement speed or the shot speed to kind of knock him around. This time we do, though. We also have a Chaos card, which we can use immediately on this boss, whoever it's going to be right here. There we go. Now goes Monstro. He's obviously the more annoying of the two. Now, here's the fun part. We have no idea how much HP we have, which means we cannot take a Devil Deal once again, unless if there's one that gives us some kind of HP, in return, and this one does not. So, as much as I would love to get Guppy's Head, we cannot take the risk unless the Soul Heart drops out of here, out of this Even Fire, or from this jerk, whenever he decides to stop trying to impress his girl, who's never ever going to date him. Yeah, we just can't. We might be on 1 HP. There's no way for me to know. But I'm going to take this tiers upgrade, though. So, and yeah, and you might be saying, well, why don't you just buy the soul heart? Lest I remind you the item that is up here. That item right there. That item right there. Yeah, it's just there's no conceivable way to do that safely. If you want to YOLO it, and hey, be my guest, but yeah, no way to know. And we have another Curse of the Unknown. So we still don't know what our HP is. And it looks like yesterday's trolling nature of the back half of December is going to continue here. We go on the last piece of question of the episode. This one coming in from the Total Immunity episode, sent in by Cat1024, who said, question of the episode, if you weren't uploading / playing Isaac daily, is there any other game you could feasibly see yourself playing this much and enjoying making content of, or does Isaac take the cake by a landslide? P.S. I've been watching daily, and you've helped me become a better Isaac player. Hey, thank you very much, Kate. By Kate, I mean Cat. So I have gone on record and will continue to say for the record that Isaac is the perfect streaming and YouTube game. I firmly believe that. I think that because of its nature, because of its its true infinite replayability, I think that there's it is almost impossible for any game to top it other than like a TCG in terms of replayability. Like if I was a Magic the Gathering player or a Pokemon player, and I'm not talking about the game, I'm talking about the TCG. That is about the only way that I can conceivably say that there's a genre of games that exist that you'd be able to get that much. But if I had to name another game that I could make just infinite amount of contents for, that I would be happy enough to just come back to over and over and over again, it's hard for me not to try to pick up something like Path of Exile or Diablo 2 or even WoW, like an MMO, an RPG, something like that has seasons and that sort of thing. I think that would be awesome to do because I absolutely love RPGs. I love ARPGs especially, and I've always been a big fan of Diablo and Path of Exile, obviously. Less so Path of Exile 2, but that's a whole nother can of worms right there. So yeah, that would only be outside of TCGs. It would have to be something to that effect. Maybe back in the day it would have been something esports related, like say Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends. Maybe a competitive shooter. But if we're talking about what I personally would want out of that, it would have to be something like, we go Flip here. Flip's kind of tasty here. It would have to be something like that, where I'd be able to enjoy myself without feeling like I'd get bogged down or just run out of content. I talk about Lobotomy Corporation, for example, one of my favorite games of all time. I talk about Darkest Dungeon, and those type of games are fantastic. I love doing them, but there is a finite amount of content that you can do out of them. There's randomness to a certain extent anyway, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you can go. There's only the story, and when you get through that, then yeah, you could challenge yourself and that kind of thing. But it's not Isaac, and I think that I'm so accustomed to having a game that just has infinite content that it's going to be hard for me to pick another game. That being said, an upcoming game that might be a rival to Isaac, that in terms of the amount of content and replayability, coincidentally, of course, made by the same person who made Isaac, and I think you already know the game I'm talking about, is Mugenics. I think Mugenics has the potential, from everything that I've seen and heard from Ed, I think that Mugenics has the potential to be a rival to Isaac in terms of just simply how much content that you can create for it. Because it is going to be infinitely replayable. It's going to be something that appeals to Isaac fans. It's going to be something that appeals to people who aren't a fan of Isaac. Maybe you don't like the religious undertones, or maybe you just love cats. I think that Mugenics is going to be one of those staple games that is going to be around for a very, very, very long time on the channel, and I cannot wait to play it. But at the end of the day, Isaac is still, in my opinion, the best that you can get in terms of as a streamer, in terms of a YouTuber. There's no king like Isaac, and that's because everyone kind of gets it. You play as the hero. There's a boss at the end of every stage up to a final boss, and that's it. You don't need to know anything about the game other than the basics of a regular video game. Oh, well, here we go. So we know that we know we're gonna survive the mark because obviously it gives us a soul heart. Plus, we also at least have at least 1 HP or a 2 red heart HP because of the fact that when we walked through the store on this floor after getting hit, we did not pee on the floor when I went to go pick up that red heart. So this will not kill us. And then also we can use flip and give it immediate value there with Tech 1. And now we happy. Now we feeling good. I am going to buy the rest of the keys for this run just because there's no reason not to. So we have 3 right now. We're on caves, so this needs to go depths, womb, shoal, and then we need 1 more. Good. So we have Tech 1. We've got the mark. We've got good damage. We've got Cricket's head. Life is good. And yeah, we only had 2 HP. So it's good to know. Wow, we get another Gears upgrade, and that's phenomenal. Latchkey is also very good, as it's going to give us a much-needed soul heart. Get a nickel, so let's go into the item room. It's going to be Steam sale. I honestly don't care about Little Monstro, to be quite honest. It's not worth, in my opinion, he's not worth using a full charge for a flip right now. I know that may seem a little mean. I'm sorry, Little Monstro. You know I got nothing but love for you, but in this case, I really don't think that we need him. I'm going to go get the Torn Photo now, use flip, grab Latchkey. It's going to give us a key and go give us a soul heart, and that's basically all we need here. Now, with Steam sale giving us a half price shop for the rest of this run, with this being a Greedon run, I mean, the world is our oyster now, so more options is great. Obviously, HP is going to be needed for devil deals. We need to get a full charge on flip so we can get a double devil deal like we did just to acquire Tech 1 and the mark. But this is a very, very, very strong position that we are currently in here now. I mean, come on, you got to love Tech 1. The piercing shots, being able to go through armored enemies, I mean, it's just, and on top of all that, the unlimited range. Can't forget about that. Look at that. So we do get a full charge on flip, and we're just pretty much sniping from across the way, guys. Movement speed's on point as well, so we can dodge. I mean, hey, the game has surrendered its trolling nature already. I don't care about Luckfoot. Let's charge baby. I do want HP. I guess we could use flip to get both of these, because we can also buy this half price full charge and just be ready for the devil deal. I was just kind of hoping that we would get another premium item here, but that's okay. We should get enough to have one more premium item for us. Oh, look at that! Look at that damage. Sir, you can't spawn there. There's no ground there. I don't know if it's Gabriel or Uriel. It's Uriel, so we don't have to worry about his beams as long as we're not directly underneath them, like this. Yep. These are not worth taking right now. Let's go see what we can get out of our devil deal. Another nice thing about flip is that you get 2 for 1 for the devil deal, which means that you are really saving an untold amount of HP every single time you take a devil deal, because that's just more HP that you're not using for a deal that would have cost you, like, say, 2 hearts. Tech 1, I mean, Tech 1 would have cost us one red heart upgrade, even though it's not a devil deal item technically. And this ain't great. I would take Guppy's tail. Oh. For some reason I thought that little monster would be back, so that's okay. We'll take Guppy's tail just for the Guppy transformation. And we have no bombs. Oh, there's a Tender Rock over there too. We've stabilized on our HP pretty well, which is no big surprise there, no shock, because obviously we have so much damage here, so good run. Ryan says, "Goat devs." I gave Ryab the lowdown on what the Chaos Zero Nightmare devs just posted for their roadmap, and oh man, we're about to eat good. One of the things I was hoping for more of in that game is a social feature, and they are adding them slowly but surely, which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and use the devil card in here now, because we probably won't leave until all these waves are done, including the boss. That'll give us the full charge to go into the devil deal. We've got enough HP to get anything that we want in there, basically. Yeah, I couldn't imagine playing. I couldn't imagine living a day without having to record something Isaac related, or playing Isaac in some way. You know, when you humans are creatures of habit, and when you've done the same thing for what, I was July 2nd, 2014 when I first started playing Isaac, so that is now 11 years and 5 months and some odd days of doing this, of playing the same game over and over and over again. You get kind of used to it. It just becomes part of your life. As nerdy and as cringy as that might sound, it's true. I mean, I didn't. Hey, look, I didn't earn what I have here on my own accord. It's because, you know, I played the right game and an appealing and presented it in an appealing way. And you know, and Isaac is just something that I will never ever be able to get rid of. Not that I ever want to, of course, but it is the staple of the game. It's what defined this channel. This little indie game that I just had to start playing one day because I was so sick of Heroes of the Storm and I just needed a break. And here we are now. Look at us now. Still doing it. 11 years and counting later. Going on 12 years. Binding of Isaac, man. That's just that's just Isaac. That's not even including all the other years I've done YouTube, obviously. Did like that the top comment from last week's episode was, I'd love to see a picture of the turkey that he is drowned. That turkey was not drowned, all right? I don't know how to explain it any easier. That glass eye, wow, what a huge. Oh no! Dang it. I forgot that this was, I thought this was a double item pedestal room here. Yeah, we can only take one or the other. I think we have to take Speedball here. Or not Speedball, but Adrenaline, because we're going to go for Spun. Consolation prize is going to give us range and a bomb. I think we don't need any more range. Just call me kooky, call me crazy. We could take Nun's Habit as well, but meh. Let's try to get a full charge. There's none. I mean, Nun's Habit's not terrible. It's just not what we're looking for here. Full charge acquired. Let's go take Adrenaline, and we might as well take Little Hushy. Little Hushy. Little Hushy. Thank you, everybody who's been sending kind words about the voice acting, and people were saying that I would make a great esports commentator, which is ironic because that's what I used to do. You can, if you want to search for Friday Night Fan Fights on here, or try hard Thursdays on the channel. This channel used to be built around esports. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, game. So, apology accepted. You can feel good about yourself. It's all right. I'm not mad anymore. Spelunker Helm. I mean, I could take it, but I don't. We don't need it because we don't even have bombs anyway. So, obviously, we're gonna be going Magic Mush here. I apologize, Stapler. I know this is the second time you showed up in this run, but I mean, you're going up against one of the kings of this game. Yeah, I used to do esports commentary, and I still like doing commentaries of the sort. Again, if there's any game devs out there looking for some kind of sports announcer type role, hey, that's something that I definitely have a lot of experience with in terms of commentating. I've got well over I don't even know, at least 1,000 hours of commentary over the last decade and a half. And you got to remember who I was inspired, who not even inspired, just who told me to start doing YouTube. And that was Husky. I mean, the man, he's the one who got me into everything. We don't need Sad Onion, and I'm just gonna take Mr. Mega. I don't care about Robo Baby. I'm sorry, Robo Baby. It's just the way it is. I'd rather have this full charge for the Devil Deal. Oh, we got all of them. We have full range, so there's no reason for us to ever get hit by conquests. At least it's not his shots anyway. It's purple shots. You know which one I'm talking about. We can kind of goad Wretched to jump in the fire. That is obligatory. If you say jump in the fire, you have to reference Jump in the Fire by Metallica off of Kill 'Em All. So there's our second Guppy item, and also Jello, which if we get 4.5 volt, obviously, then it's super over. So do we want Jello? I mean, I do want Jello, but we get so much value out of Flip. Well, let's put it this way: it's not if we want Jello. Do we need Jello? I think the answer is probably no here. We can go for Fungi. This would give us the Fungi transformation, which also gives us an extra HP container. There we go. Inky, we're tiers capped, so we don't need another tiers upgrade here. Blank card eraser. Blank card's interesting, but I don't think it's something that we want. Something that is not it's not needed on a run this good. Oh, Halo is always welcome, and there's Spun. Oh my gosh, can we get the 3 cents needed? Now this chest is spawned in an awkward spot. I don't even know it's movable. Not look like it. So how about we go for the chest that is not going to require all of our bombs. Okay, there we go. So we're going to get Spun here. Oh, never mind. I can't count. I thought that was 3 cents. There we go. Now we're going to get Spun. And oh man, this damage is just taking off. Yeah, we are absolutely smoking this Greedon run here. A couple people did say that they actually do have acting experience and stuff, and that is honestly great to hear. I'd love to do some. I'd love just to practice. You know, I think that putting together a reel and that sort of thing is going to only benefit me in the future, and I'm planning on doing it. Just gonna check for the secret room all willy-nilly here. After yesterday's marathon, I definitely will take the I'll take the freebie here. Really? Well, we have one extra key, so after this, and we get the quarter. Yeah, okay. None of these items are great. They're definitely not worthy of us using flip. He's fine. Let's see if we can get. I'd love to get Black Candle. Doesn't really matter, but it would at least get rid of Curse of Darkness. You can take the Mystery Gift here. It's unaffected by flip, so Tarot Cloth and Yara. Ooh, okay. Hang on now. Hang on now. Yara we can use, and how great would it be if we had a if we had clear room? Oh man. Skinny on Mushroom showing up as well, which is going to easily break our Tears cap by a whole lot. We want to leave everything on the ground here for Yara. Okay, we don't want to pick up a single thing. Give me skeleton hands, so I'm going to drop him in the corner. That sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, depending on how heat-seeking the game wants to be. I've proven time and time again. I hope everybody is having a happy holidays and a festive holiday season and a Merry Christmas. I love... you know, I used to be kind of mid on the holidays. I used to be a little meh when it came to Christmas, but the older you get, the more you appreciate them. You know, it's a good time. It's nice and cold outside. You get those Skyrim days. You get to hang out with people that are off work. You know, you get to spend quality time with loved ones and that kind of stuff, and you appreciate it more. And during and because time really goes by so much faster. It just seemingly just goes on and on and on. Just it's an ever accelerating thing in life. It gives you something to look forward to, and I've never been one who looks forward to presents or anything. Even as a kid, I didn't really care too much so much about the presents as it was to like traveling and going to see family. I don't get to see all that much. I have to do some creative dodging here. Go. I'm going to Yara rune this now because there's no more money that drops. Yara is going to duplicate everything on the ground, as you see right here. A pretty decent amount of... It's a good chunk of change. Okay, we want to hyper focus on getting one of the Forsaken out. We don't want them both brimstone spamming at once. There we go. And there's Guppy. 9 lives. Oh man, Abba Ding Dong. Also, I mean, we also get Tech Knife too. Let's take the Tech Knife first because I don't want it to cost us 3 soul hearts. Then we're going to take Abba Dabba Ding Dong. We're going to use Flip, and then we're going to get Guppy. And then also just get a free 3 soul hearts, and we are almost full HP. Wow, that could not have gone any better. There's the Tech Knife. Gotta love it. Gotta love that Tech Knife. And Skinny on Mushroom no longer matters anymore. Did we need Mom's Knife? No, but I was going to take Guppy's Paw anyway for Guppy. So yeah. So sorry, Skinny on Mushroom. Your services are not needed today. Hey, go ahead and take the holiday off. The only thing I can say. We'll take damage and range. Don't really care about red hearts at this point. And you know what, Abel? It's the holiday season. You definitely deserve to be with family. And or at least maybe not family, but people who will acknowledge you. And that person is not me, so good luck. All right, fine. Fine, that was mean. That was mean. Look, get mad at me for if you want for giving myself glowing hourglass. I think I won't take anything else past Abel. Fine. I'm sorry, Abel. Merry Christmas, Abel. It's great to have you here. Let's hope that one day Ed will make promises, will make good on his promise to make you better. And all the other bad items that we were told to vote on and nominate for worst items in Isaac. I've already said what I would do to fix Abel. I said that I think the easy fix for Abel is to make him do what he does now, except make him also be like Incubus, where he shares the tears properties and tear effects of Isaac, or maybe make him better, maybe make him slightly stronger, because he is shooting right at Isaac, so the player's incentivized to start getting crossfires rather than just having him just shoot kind of randomly in the with a mirrored move. That's what I would do to make Abel a little bit more appealing. I probably still wouldn't take him unless they did something about his visibility for his shots. Or if you want to completely redesign him but keep the core elements of what makes Abel, turn him into like something like Super Meat Boy, right? Like make him like into a level 4 Meat Boy, but he also plays exactly like Isaac. So he's like an autonomous version of the player. I think that would be awesome. We're never going to see that, but that's just if you wanted to ask me what I would do to make Abel just a truly god tier item. Hey, give Abel the ability to act on his own, like SMB Super, like not SMB Super Fan, but Super Meat Boy or Bandage Girl. But also give him, like right now he would have Tech 1 and Mom's Knife and everything that we have. But let him play on his own. I think that would be really sick. So either way, I'll take that really sick greed run, though. Very easy run, very strong run that we had today. And what a way to start off the new week here. Remember, everybody, click that like button. 2,000 likes, and we add another one on the like streak counter for the like streak goal of Sacred Random Week. And I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for the feedback on the randomizer as well as everything else here on the channel. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. And if you don't celebrate either of those, I just hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Matthew, Levi, Justin46, and Devin Basting. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.